Hi guys, it is Fontaine Felicia Foxworth, and I am back on my YouTube channel. I know I haven't been here in a while since the March Taroscopes, but a lot of things going on, a lot of things in the works, so I'm still really busy. This is just a really quick video and collective reading about the Spring Equinox, y'all. Happy spring, we are here. I am just feeling so much energies, so many energies, so many activations, and it really is such a glorious time. So let's get into this reading. Let's get into some of the energies, and I want to talk about walking through portals or experiencing portals. Yes, y'all. Timeline collapsing, shifting portals in your waking consciousness. We're elevating, okay? And we are now able to actually sense and feel when we are going through a portal. So let's get into this video. So before we get into this collective reading, just a quick update about the energies that I have been experiencing leading up into the spring equinox. There's been a lot of fluctuating emotions, where you're cool, and then out of nowhere there's a heaviness, or there's something that comes up in your heart. Maybe out of nowhere you're just in a bad mood when you were fine. That's been happening a lot with this influx of light activation energies, just bringing certain things up to the surface. The retrograde definitely has had a hand in that for me, as it regularly does. Diet changes. I know I had mentioned this in a video a while back, but definitely my light body is like saying no to red meat and pork. Out of nowhere, it was just like I couldn't break it down out of nowhere, and I literally had no issue giving it up. And that's crazy for me because I'm a meat eater my whole life, okay? So my whole family is just like, what is going on with you? Body just doesn't want it. So I am still eating fish, and I can still eat chicken. It doesn't seem to upset my stomach or my emotions or my spirit. So, with this spring equinox, it's really cleaning certain things out, including habits, not just with the diet, but just habits and self-discipline. That's another topic that's coming up with these energies, forcing us to step up within our own being, okay? Show up for ourselves, make the changes that we said that we would, in the beginning of this year. A lot of those energies with the Emperor card coming up for us collectively, where we're really just fine-tuning our routines and really following through with what we say we're going to do. So that energy is coming in, that Emperor energy, really showing up for yourself and following through for yourself, and really being disciplined. If you say you're going to get up at a certain time and start doing this, that, and the third, or if you say you're going to do more yoga or drink more water, this energy will really call you on your shit. Okay, it has been on mine for sure. Another energy that I think has been coming up for me personally has been vivid dreams. Now, that tends to always happen for me, but lately these dreams have been feeling more prophetic in nature. These dreams have been feeling more like tapping into the future, or seeing the future, or some aspect or potential that has been happening for me a lot, as well as dreams with celebrities in it. And y'all already know that I'm not a big celebrity person. Honestly, I really could care less when it comes to who's the person to watch and clout and everything, but some celebrities have been showing up in my life, and I feel like in my dreams, and I feel like that's because at some point they're going to be showing up in my actual life, like my awakened reality, so I'm going to keep who they are secret until it happens. Another thing that has been happening with me, or that I have been really feeling, are karmic endings and beginnings, whether this is soul contract endings and beginnings, people coming in and out, realizing that there's people coming in your life for a reason, because they are a part of your future going forward, that those connections have been happening for me greatly. So that's all a part of the whole karmic, soul contract connections, and just karmic beginnings and endings within the trajectory of our souls, period. Things coming to an end, or starting, blooming. All right, another thing, body aches. All right, body aches, and as well as kundalini chills of the left and the right, the divine masculine and feminine energies. One part of my body might be ice cold, the other part might be, hot, hot, hot. I've been really experiencing the Kundalini temperature variances in my body, as well as being body aching. Part of that, I don't know if it's because I work my matrix job and I worked like 5 days straight, but the other part of me is just like my body has been aching. So I think that's with this influx of the spring equinox energies, and just feeling tired sometimes and drained physically. All right, increased intuition always for me. I'm just a psychic empathic person to begin with, so that's nothing new for me. Um, Lucky streaks, okay, just things working out, things just happening divinely, perfectly, things just kind of fitting in place has been happening a lot for me. So it could be something that's happening to the collective as well. Sudden unexpected shifts for the better. I really feel that wheel of fortune energy coming in for so many of us, where things that we have been waiting on really will be coming into fruition, but unexpectedly. Okay, so look out for that energy with this influx from the spring equinox. And then finally, and we'll get to this at the end of the video, consciously walking through portals, y'all. This happened to me in December. And since then, it's happened to me twice this month, where I just knew for a straight up fact that a timeline was collapsing, a shift is emerging, and I could feel and see everything around me so surreally. Time and space tends to slow down. You just know. So I'm going to get into that. And there's certain things that you see that just happens to be a pattern when you are consciously walking through portals. All right, so now let's get to this energy reading, y'all. Of course, I will be using my Melanate Stands Tarot deck. It is available for pre-order for a few more days, y'all. So get on that. The link will be in my bio. Such powerful messages come out of this deck. The first classic non-illustrated tarot card deck that mirrors the Rider-Waite, that pays homage to the Queen Pamela for her artistry and her illustrations, and just the power and divinity of Black and brown women. These messages really come through so strongly, and I love my deck. I love it so much, so much. So if you want your own, hit that link, okay? All right. My makeup is on point today, y'all. I just wanted to say that, right? Yes, and I got my nails done. Y'all know I love my nails. All right, so enough rambling. Here we go. Spirit. We want to pull some cards for the influx of energies, the collective energies. Anyone that finds their eyes, ears, spirit on Melanate Stands page, on all platforms, hashtag clicks, whoever, wherever, whomever. We want to pull the most potent energy, spirit, for the collective energies happening surrounding the influx of light activating spring equinox portal energies. Okay, so let's get busy. Let's get started. This one wants to come out. All right. We have the Ten of Cups. So like I said, things are going to be coming into fruition really quickly with this influx of energies, y'all. Everything that you've wanted, things finally working out, everything in alignment. Okay, this energy is about happiness, joy, fulfillment. Okay, so for many of us, there is going to be a sudden change where we finally wake up and our lives look like everything we want it to be. It is such a romantic energy, such a nostalgic energy, such an energy of waiting so long for something and actually seeing it materialize and manifest. So yeah, for many of us, this Ten of Cups, fulfillment, happiness, connections, unions, all of that, marriages, bonds, strengthening of friendships and relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic, everything that you want really coming into fruition with this timeline shift, y'all. So Ten of Cups, beautiful card. Let's keep going, y'all. When you start with that, man, shucks. Why stop? Oh, this one also wants to come. Ooh, and like I said, y'all, that is this manifestation, this quickening, this is the Eight of Wands. And if you look at that, things are in motion, okay? Things have been in motion, and it is coming quickly. Really fast manifestation, so it is important to always be intentional. Always act with the purest intentions of your truest and highest self to manifest in purpose for your greatest vision for your life. And there is a whirlpool. I just keep feeling like a whirlpool whirlwind success, whirlwind happenings, whirlwind connections with this manifestation, good times, all right? People, you are pulling in people who are meant to be in your life around this time, y'all, that will help with this manifestation. So, yes, all of these good things are coming with the quickness, y'all, with this Eight of Wands. Let's pull a few more. All right. Spirit, what else do you want us to know collectively? What do we need to hear about this spring equinox? Okay. Help us pull the most potent energies. Ooh. Alrighty. This one was kind of reversed. All right. Another 10. So with new beginnings, of course, comes endings, y'all. So this is the 10 of Swords. So as I did in a collective reading on my Instagram page, this card came up with the 10-10 vibration last week. Grand endings for grand beginnings. It's like a trade-off here, y'all. So whatever, these energies are pushing to draw to a close, this brings up this karmic cycles that's coming to an end. Many of us will be experiencing these endings. No more victimhood, no more being upset with things that you can't change, and no more having this weight on your shoulders, whether it's induced or by others. It's shedding, and this is the time. Spring is here. It's time to emerge as that phoenix through the fire. Okay, rise, bloom, ascend. A lot of folks will be going through mass ascension and will be ascending around this time. Will literally be blooming into their higher selves around this time. So, no more poking and prodding, no more dancing and skirting around this shift that's going to be happening in these major endings. Still a good card if you ask me, y'all. All right, and let's pull one more card for the collective about the outcome of the spring equinox. Okay, maybe we can ask about what's happening with our soul bodies, our spirit light bodies. What's the most important thing to close this, Spirit, that you will want to be telling us? This one, these cards, they do what they want, y'all. Okay. Death and rebirth, again, at the end of the day, death and rebirth. All right, if you look at this, our shadow, do you know what I mean? Our skeleton, the density, our shadow aspects are going to be coming up to be purified in light. Okay, so get out in this sun, y'all. You see this glow around her, this yellow glow? I really feel like get out into this light, illuminate the dark aspects of your spirit to help it purify so you can reemerge and be reborn into light. Be reborn into your higher consciousness during the spring equinox, all right? Blooming, all right? We truly are in ebb and flow with Mother Earth and with the universe, so we are mirroring what's happening, through whatever purges you've just been through. It's time to release and to lay to rest all the old, so you allow for this manifestation of fulfillment and all the new and everything that's coming. Okay, some people get the death card and they're like scared, but this is actually a great card to get in context of growth and new beginnings, rebirth, becoming better versions of ourselves. So I do love the death card, and Miss Sin slayed it. Okay, hello. Yes. So that is the collective reading for the spring equinox, and I think it was a pretty good one. Nothing but blessings, nothing but shedding what no longer serves and coming out better, stronger, on top. All right, so let's get into the last part of this video about the portals that I was telling you about. So let's go. So about the portals, as we consciously evolve, there are certain things that we will be able to perceive with our own eyes, feel with our spirit, through our vibration, through our frequency, and it's not like portals didn't exist before we woke up. We just weren't awakened enough to register what's going on. So I'd like to talk about what happens and what it feels like, or what it seems like, when we go through portals. Honestly, in my experience, I'll tell you about one that happened before I moved to Atlanta. I was in Grand Central or something like that. And of course, everybody was so busy walking back and forth and everything else. Nobody's paying attention to you or anything. Everybody's kind of in their own zone. And I was so present in this moment where it just seemed like time just slowed down. And it just seemed like I was the only person walking in the direction I was walking in. I really feel like I can't even remember one person that was also walking in the direction that I was. So everybody is just walking, speeding past me, and it was like I could see the speed, but it was also slow, And so this isolated sensation of my surroundings and myself, feeling like I was the only person going in my direction. It felt like I was on the small path, you know what I mean? Like when they talk about that in the Bible, the great crowd versus the large crowd, if I could imagine what that would look like, I literally felt like I was within that story, because I was like the only one walking in the direction that I was walking in. And what I was walking towards was this beautiful mural of like I think it was like 3 goddesses. I really felt the divine feminine presence. And how the mural was shaped was kind of like this round circle, you know what I mean? So it felt like I was literally walking into this shape, do you know what I mean? Towards this mural, and everything just slowed down, and I was just like, I feel like I didn't blink once. I was just so in tune to this mural and into the shape of it, into what was on it. And I really felt like I was walking through a time zone. Crazy. And that was right before I moved to Atlanta, where my life changed completely yet again. Okay, this recently happened to me again this month. The first time I was in a staircase. I don't know how I got to the staircase. I was outside. I think I was coming in from a parking lot or something, and ended up in a staircase that just seemed to go on and on and on. This gray dungeon-looking staircase that was real in my waking life, in my waking consciousness. But as I was walking down, time just seemed so slow, and it was almost as if, again, that stillness, that isolation, and I was just walking through this or down the staircase in complete stillness. Do you know what I mean? And I immediately knew, I'm like, wow, I'm walking through a damn portal right now, and shit is about to shift. And then the last time it happened to me, I was in a Lyft car, and it's almost this eerie, bizarre feeling of like, what's going on, because everything just looks so different. It's a surreal feeling. I'm in the back of my Lyft, and we're on the highway, and the cop car that was on the side road, service road or whatever, was so bright, and it was just blinking and blinking so brightly. I've never seen such a bright light. It felt like I was walking into the light, walking into another portal, another space and time. Everything was slower. My Lyft driver also felt the eeriness of it, and turns out she's a root worker, witch doctor, and I predicted that before I got into the Lyft as I looked at her photo. So we connected, and everything was just bizarre. It was just, it wasn't many other people on the road at the time. So crazy, and it was like I knew I was going through a portal. Again, it always seems to have this enclosed shape, or this circular perception when you walk through it. I have some pictures to share with you from someone who sent them to me on Instagram. Some portals that she recently walked through, and I was like, wow, it definitely has this serene look, this circular look. It can happen anywhere, okay? In clouds, on the road that you're in, walking through a staircase, walking through a crowd of people. You just know that you are walking through a energy portal. All right, so she sent me this picture. I don't know if you can see it well enough. In the clouds, that circular. This one, beautiful. We have this one. There's always something circular. And this one was the most amazing one to me, because I can see how this even looks like a portal. Look at that, y'all. walking through that, times in space slowing down, and you feel so present and out of body. Imagine walking through that portal created by Mother Earth and being in tune and consciously aware. Oh, probably so amazing. And then she sent me one more, which was another one, also another circle. Okay, and so follow her on Instagram. She is sky_sun_moon_. Okay, so follow her, and thank you so much, Sky, for sending this to me, because I know a lot of people will resonate. All right, you guys. So that is my story about the portals with this equinox coming in. Don't be surprised if you find your ass in a portal, y'all, and just embrace it. Just realize it for what it is, and realize that as an indication of your soul expansion, your soul growth, and that a big shift is about to occur in your life for your highest purpose, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay tuned. I'm going to be making a video about how to transcend fear, release fear, live in ebb and flow, detach yourself from the last shards of the matrix that might be, that you might be plugged into when it comes to just living by pure intuition and allowing the universe to lead your spirit and your heart. It's hard to do, but I'm going to be breaking down what that means in my experiences every time that I released fear and went with absolute intuition. Part of that is how I am where I'm at. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so thankful for all of the new followers. My pages are growing. I'm so thankful. I'm doing my purpose, and I'm reaching who I need to reach. So thank you for